know what was huge down there, as was mentioned here before? Twilight. The kids today, they love the Twilight. The books and the movies, they're crazy about them. And that kind of works out for me, because I have a great idea that I'm pitching around town that kind of fits into that whole kind of young, sexy vampire story. I'm pitching Teen Count Chocula. It's a younger, more sensual take on the Count Chocula mythos. He bites women and they get type 2 diabetes. It's very sexy.
Guys, I read a disturbing article in the newspaper the other day that because of the global economic crisis, in the UK, these classic British pubs, some of which are literally hundreds of years old, older than the United States, they're closing down at the rate of 30 a week because of the economic crisis. And then the article went on to say that what's even worse is that according to Britain's Union of Creepy Old Men Who Issue Cryptic Warnings to Tourists, the pub closings means that werewolf maulings are up 22% across the UK. It's a disaster. It's a disaster.
Here's something that this guy can appreciate. I saw a tattoo recently that was amazing. It was incredible. It was a tattoo of the Incredible Hulk, and it was recreating the artwork of Marvel Fanfare 29 by John Byrne. You know, this pose, and I know there's some people out there who think that the artwork on the cover of Incredible Hulk 223 is superior. But I've always felt that Marvel Fanfare 29 had even better line work and anatomy. So I saw this tattoo. I was at the gym, okay, and I'm in the locker room, and I'm about putting my stuff in my locker, going to get me the workout. And this guy, he gets out of the shower, and something doesn't register as right out of the corner of my eye. I'm thinking, what? Does that guy have a big green birthmark on his stomach or something? So I turn to him, and just as he has taken off his towel and is about to begin the process of putting on his underwear, I go, whoa, nice! And it was only as I said it that I realized that this might not be the best time to appreciate John Byrne cover art.
Right? That show's no good. So, by the way, there's also, Tom was talking about, there's comics and comics, there's also comics with comics, comics for comics, which is a debate show. There's comics v comics. I've had to listen to that. There's comics in comics, which is a weird one. And there's also comedians and graphic novels. I just made that up.
Where am I? Oh, John McCain. Oh, I love this show. You're going to love it. John McCain, we've been voted one way, and everyone voted the other way. Everyone voted one way, and you know who voted the other way? That one. That one. Worse than the N-word. Worse than you fucking fuck. Worse than the blob fucking. Worse than all the references of all the bad characters in every movie and comic book and cartoon I wish I knew. More than all those things that would have got applause after applause. And there was this one guy in Spider-Man who was the villain, who was that guy. There's that guy who was a bad guy, that guy. There was the Joker who wasn't so good. He was bad. Both Jokers were good. The bad Joker, there's never a bad Joker. How can you be a bad Joker? You can't see a bad Joker. If you're the Joker, you're going to be good. Which Batman is another story. It's about Kilmer. It's a George Clooney. I went to the bathroom. I went, I'm getting a George Clooney. That's the guy. That one. He calls him that one. You know who calls someone that one? Someone who's been married to someone for a very long time and is planning their assassination. Yeah, you know who leaves their socks and underwear around the house every fucking day? That one.
So this is my promise to you people. If you elect me king of the world, I will read you that one scene. I don't have to be in the whole movie, I'm not an egomaniac, but I'm going to read you that one scene where I'm Commissioner Gordon, just so he doesn't get away with it that easily. So the scene will go something like this. Commissioner Gordon, now played by Ed Galvez, for no reason whatsoever. Remember that name you guys give me back in Internal Affairs? You mean, Penis Breath Harvey? No, not that name. The other name that you guys give me back in Internal Affairs. Oh, Man Boobs Dent. No. You know that name that's like about my personality, the way I'm like one way to your face, but totally another way behind your back. Totally gay when he's drunk guy. No. Not that name. Here, let me get on my bed just. See how it looks like I have like way more than one face, but totally less than 3 faces?
By the way, one thing I forgot to mention about Comic-Con was, everybody's making a big deal about that Obama won the Nobel Prize, and people think that's a little strange. But what I thought was weird was at the Comic-Con he won an Eisner Award. I'm like, you do a comic book. But this is the only place I can ever do an Eisner Award joke, so I had to do